Father, we are so grateful. Thank you that we live in Robertson County. Thank you for putting all these amazing people here. Thank you for WSGI. Thank you for this show. Take this show where you want it to go. May everything we do and say glorify you. Thank you for your perfect will, your perfect timing. We love you. We praise you in the mighty name of Jesus. And also keep all of our people in the rodeo safe. Amen. All right. They all said amen. I just had their microphones turned down. Yeah, I wanted to put in that extra protection. You know, it's always good to ask for the angels of protection all around our folks during rodeo time because it can get real exciting out there.
Oh, yeah.
So guess what, guys? The rodeo is in town. I'm so excited. Here is the poster. One of my favorite times. I'll be there Saturday night. All right. Got to hear all the specifics. So we have Dennis Morris, and Dakota Brown in the house to tell us about the rodeo. So take it away, guys.
Okay, what do you need to know?
All right. When is it?
It's Friday and Saturday night, the 26th and 27th.
Okay.
Starts at 8 o'clock p.m.
All
But
right.
you need to get there early because it's a lot of vendors and
Ooh.
a lot of stuff going on. So you need to get there early so you can get a good parking spot and a good seat.
What time do the doors open?
6.
6. Okay. And if you bring kids, are they able to meet any of the folks? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So when they come in at 6, and it is free parking, I see that. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
definitely want to get there early to get a good parking spot.
And on Saturday, between 12 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have a meet and greet with Tim, the Wild Thing Leopard,
Really?
and Little E, which is a Capuchin monkey that rides a border collie dog, and they chase sheep. So he's the specialty act. So Saturday from 12 to 2,
Wait a
you
minute.
can come to Gupton Motors, and they have free hot dogs and drinks, and check out all their inventory and meet Tim Leopard and Little
So
E.
there's going to be a monkey,
Monkey
12 to 2
12 to 2
on Saturday at this place.
Oh, yeah. Well, it'll be at Gupton Motors at the dealership. Now, he's going to be at the rodeo Friday and Saturday both
Okay.
doing his.
So how do they find the monkey on from 12 to 2? Where exactly?
Go to Gupton Motors, the Dodge dealership in Springfield.
Okay, Dodge dealership in Springfield, 12 to 2. Hear that, Stephen? My husband likes monkeys.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
Your husband probably likes Dodge trucks too, don't he?
Yes. That was the second thing I was going to say. All right, so 12 to 2, go see the monkey. And then the monkey's going to be at both
Oh, he'll be at the rodeo both nights.
I haven't seen the monkey before.
Well, he hadn't been there in several years.
Has he been on tour somewhere else?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He travels nationwide.
Nationwide.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can meet a very famous monkey. Oh, okay, this is a game changer for a lot of people now. Sorry, this is the little things. I love animals too.
Yeah,
so.
me too.
Well, yeah, need to, huh? Okay, so the doors open at 6 at the fairgrounds.
Right.
Both this Friday and this Saturday. Monkey time is 12 to 2 over at the Dodge dealer. Okay.
On Saturday.
On Saturday.
On
Saturday
Saturday,
only.
yeah.
Okay, and you can meet the monkey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can you touch it?
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll find out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, so tell us about the schedule. Like, what do you got going
Well,
on?
we've got professional contestants, cowboys and cowgirls from all over the United States and Canada, and I mean world champions, guys in the lead for the world championship because this rodeo is sanctioned through the International Professional Rodeo Association. So every dollar won at every rodeo through the United States and Canada, every dollar won is a point toward the international finals in Guthrie, Oklahoma in January. So these guys are riding for points, and there's Kayla Matthews is the breakaway world champion the last 2 years. Spur Montag is a 18-year-old guy from Ohio that's in the lead for the world title in the saddle bronc riding. Then Austin Beatty is from Virginia. He's in the lead for the world championship in the bull riding. So we've got there's a lot of local contestants that are really good. John Alley, team ropes and calf ropes, and he's probably one of the best ropers there is in the world. And then J.W. Erie lives right here in Springfield. He's a world champion in the steer wrestling.
Wow.
So we've got lots and lots of good contestants.
That is awesome. Definitely. Okay, so the schedule, do we have a general idea of like what's at the beginning of each night?
Oh yeah, we start the rodeo with a military opening. My wife Jill she puts together a real neat patriotic opening the opening ceremony to start it off with, and then we got Mark Northall, who is the announcer of the year in the International Professional Rodeo Association for the last 7 or 8 years. I don't know how many. So he's the best. And then Tim Leopard, the guy that has the monkeys, he's the clown. So he'll be out entertaining people.
Is he the same clown that was there last time?
No.
Okay.
He's a different one.
Okay.
Yeah.
New clown
and,
jokes.
Oh yeah, and then we just have we have the 8 standard events, which is the bareback riding, the saddle bronc riding, the bull riding, are the 3 rough stock events. Then you have steer wrestling, tie down roping, breakaway roping, and team roping and cowgirls barrel racing in the timed events. So it's a big. Then we're gonna have a concert Saturday night.
Really?
With Smith and Gone. That's on Dakota. He's one. He's buddies with that crew, and so we're having a concert Saturday night. So we're planning a big deal.
So now, is Saturday night going to go longer than Friday night, or are they?
It should it should go about the same. It should run, the rodeo itself should run 2.5 hours at the most.
Okay.
And then, if we have any overflow, we'll do that in what they call a slack. It's just because we can only run so many during the show, and they'll still, people can still watch it. It's just they run that, and it all counts the same. But as soon as the rodeo's over Saturday night, as soon as we buck the last bull, the Smith and Gone is going to start playing music.
Oh, nice. That is going to be awesome. And are they going to be playing inside that same area?
No, it'll be in the same. It won't be in the arena, but it'll be right there at the arena, at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like underneath where they have those the meal bleachers, or is it going to be over at the where they have the stage?
Well, we're not sure yet.
Okay.
Because we're trying to set it up over, but we may put it under there just in case of weather.
Yeah, just due to the rain.
But it's in walking distance of wherever you're going to be.
Okay, awesome. Wow, that is so cool. I'm excited. Now I'm really glad I'm going on Saturday instead of Friday.
Yeah, and Dakota just got back from Cody, Wyoming. He's been out there doing some rodeos, and so he goes all over the world. He's like the best bullfighter there is.
Well, yeah, that's what I hear. So let's hear from Dakota.
Because I told you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dakota, tell me about it. You just got back.
Yeah,
How'd it go?
Fun. It was fun. Beautiful country out there. First time being out that far west, so especially for rodeos. So it was nice. I mean, you get to wear a sweatshirt at night and sweatshirt in the morning. So a little bit different than around here right now.
Wow, that must have been a nice break from the weather.
Oh yeah. But there's I think I talked more about the Springfield Rodeo out there than I did even the rodeo I was at. So being out there, you get a lot of tourist people, and I mean there was people from Lebanon, Cross Plains.
Really?
There was people from East Tennessee out towards Bristol, and they all heard about the Springfield Rodeo. So hopefully we'll see some familiar faces from out west.
Right. Well, I know every time, because we go every year, and every time we're talkers, so we're in the bleachers. We start talking to people, and it's like I'm always amazed at how far some of those folks have come. So yeah, I think that you guys are world famous now. Robertson County is world famous with this rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, you heard it. So how did you do in the rodeo?
Well, I don't compete.
Okay.
I don't compete. I'm just a bullfighter.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm one of the guys that protect the bull riders whenever they fall off. So that's my job.
It's not the smartest job, but he is good at it. I got to give him that. He is good at it.
Wow. Now, how long have you been doing that?
This be 3rd or 4th year.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So what do you love about it?
Well,
The adrenaline?
well, it's not just the adrenaline. It's knowing that you have a job to do and that those guys are instilling the trust in you to protect them. Because whenever those bull riders climb off in the chute, anything and everything can happen, and those guys understand that they have the ultimate price to pay once that gate opens. So having the confidence and the security of knowing who's out there in the arena helping you out, that's a huge thing to those guys.
Wow, they must trust you very much.
Oh yeah.
So it's nice to have a familiar face in the arena with you that is going to do their job, but also it's just for me, I enjoy being out there, being a part of the rodeo, but also just having that feeling of helping someone, being there for someone, and doing your job. So.
And I know firsthand, I rode bulls for 20 years. And I know firsthand the comfort feeling when you get to the rodeo, wherever you're at, and you know who the bullfighter is going to be, and you know that he's good at his job. So you don't, because to ride a bull at the top level, you've got to be 110% focused on riding that bull. So, so you can't be worried about what's going to happen when you get off, whether you get thrown before the 8 seconds or whether you jump off. You can't be worried about that. And when you got a guy like Dakota out there, you don't have to worry about it. So it is a real comfort feeling as a bull rider.
Wow, that's awesome. How much in advance do people need to, like, if they wanted to, to ride, to be one of the contestants?
Well, the books actually, through this Professional Rodeo Association, you have to enter a week prior. The books opened last Wednesday at 8 o'clock Wednesday morning, and they stayed open until 2 o'clock Sunday. So that's 5 days and we've got probably 200 contestants signed up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a bunch. Probably as much as we've ever had. We
I was
got.
going to say, that sounds like more than I've ever seen.
Yeah, and not only do we have good, the clown and the announcers good, the good bullfighters, the pickup men, the Logan Moore and McKinley Belvin, they was voted to 2 of the pickup men at the International Finals Rodeo last year, and Logan has been to the IFR, which out there in Oklahoma City, into bull riding. So we've got the best of all of it. So what you're going to see here, to me, I've been to rodeos all over the world, and you're going to see as good of a entertainment show, and that's what it's all about, entertaining the crowd, that you could see anywhere in the United States.
Awesome.
And this rodeo's grown so much, it's just crazy, and it's a real touching feeling to me to look at it, to know how much it's grown. Because 1991 was the first year we done it.
Oh, really?
And we've done it every year since.
Wow.
Yeah, we only missed 1 year, and I think that was whenever COVID was.
Okay.
So we've only missed that 1 year.
Wow. And then you started when with them?
With them, this will be my third
year?
Springfield Rodeo. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And so I will not be fighting bulls by myself. I'll throw that out there. One of my good buddies, Tyler Torrey, he's from Ohio. He's one of the best bullfighters going right now. So he'll be there as well. So it definitely takes a team out there to do that.
Wow.
Now, Dennis, you said that you started this in 91?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. When I was the world champion in 90, and so them finals are actually in January of 91. So when we get back from out in Oklahoma from the finals, and I was the world champion, a lady named Mona Hitch worked here at this radio station. Oh. So she was a neighbor to me, and she contacted me about. So we went and done it. Within the following year, she had, for whatever reason, didn't want to do it. So I had a buddy of mine from Mississippi that was in the rodeo business, came and did the rodeo for us.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't started a rodeo company yet.
Okay. This is a good little segue here because it is 8:15, so I'm going to go ahead and do one of our station breaks right here. We have Dakota and Dennis here from the rodeo, which is coming to town. We're super excited about that, and so let's go ahead and hear from one of our sponsors.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need printing, we'll be the printing store.
I need help printing brochures. My at-home printer became self-aware.
Of course, the UPS Store can print... Wait, you said self-aware?
Yeah, one day it was saying it was low on ink, and the next it was saying it wanted to rule the world.
Weird. Well, whatever you need, we've got you covered.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our printing services. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
We are back in the studio with our rodeo guys. We have Dennis and Dakota here. Super excited because this is the weekend. And so the rodeo is going to be at the Robertson County Fairgrounds. We are super excited. We're hearing all about it. So last time, let's see, we were talking about when you started it.
Right.
So that was like in 91.
91. So then in 92 and 93, I just promoted it and sold sponsors and talked to people I knew about helping with it. And we, the guy from Mississippi still came and brought all the stock and put it on. Well, then in 94, when we got ready to do it, I started wanting to start my own rodeo company. So then I just done it myself. Okay. And so we've been doing it ever since. Okay. So we hadn't missed a year since 91 other than COVID year.
Okay.
And it has grown so much. It's crazy. It's just because they've changed the fairgrounds. That fairgrounds is a beautiful place anyway. Mm-hmm. And so we, we're really lucky to be able to have it there. and so it has just grown so much. And I just hope we don't know. Well, it'd be a good problem to have to outgrow the fairgrounds.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I've heard this story, but can you tell our listeners, because I know we have some new listeners since there's so many new people in the county, about when you were little and you first got interested in it?
Well, I mean, when I was 3 years old, I got a pony, and so I was always interested in cowboy stuff, and I've always wanted to be a cowboy. But when I was a teenager, I was laying me and one of my cousins was laying in the living room floor watching the National Finals rodeo, and a world champion bull rider was fixing to get on a world champion bucking bull, and Dale Hall owned the bull, and the name of his rodeo company was Rafter H Rodeo Company, and he was from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. So I looked at my cousin and I said, when me and you get big, we're going to start, our rodeo is going to be Rafter M Rodeo Company. So since that day, everything we done, we played like it was Rafter M. And so as we got older, that's how Rafter M Rodeo Company started.
That is so awesome. I love that story, guys. Oh, wow. So how old were you when you got your pony?
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
And I've never been without one since.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Dakota, when did you first get into the scene?
Well, I know I was.
He tried to ride bulls first.
Yeah, I was one of those bull getter owners. I couldn't stay on a stick horse, so I found out I was much better off on my feet in the arena instead of on the back of one. But I would say probably when I was, I'd say 3 or 4. My mom's uncle out in California, he sent me a Christmas present. It was my first ever bull rope.
Oh.
And he would always send me paper clippings of the newspaper out there of all the big rodeo stars doing everything. And so that's really where the love for rodeo started. And so I ended up playing sports all through high school and college. And then
I'm sure that's a good background actually for your job now because you're so, you know.
I think that's why I felt a little bit more comfortable with cleats on. So ended up starting riding towards the beginning of my college
How'd
career.
that treat you?
It was rough. The body's hurting. So tried to do that for a little bit, and then kind of went on, got tired of wasting money, and ended up trying this, and it worked out pretty well, and ended up calling Dennis one day and asking him for an opportunity to fight something at his house, anything, and he sent me to a Kentucky high school rodeo, and he ended up getting good reviews. He said, all right, we're going to send you to a couple more. And so I can't thank him enough for giving me the opportunity to at least try to fight bulls, and it's worked out so far.
That's awesome. So what are the other events that you guys need to tell people about, like the barrel racing and all that? Because some people, this will be their first rodeo.
Right.
Yeah.
So what else do they have to look forward
Well,
to?
in the steer wrestling, they got a steer and they jump off of a horse onto the steer and throw him down, and he has to be laying broadside with his feet all in the same direction. And it's a timed event, so the fastest time wins. Then in the calf roping, they rope a calf, get off the horse, run down the rope, tie his feet together, and the calf, they got to get back on the horse and ride forward, and then the calf's got to stay tied for at least 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
And then the fastest time wins. Then in the team roping, you got two, a header and a heeler. The header ropes the head, turns him off. The heeler ropes the heels, and when they get him stretched out, then the time stops. And if they only catch one back leg, it's a 5-second penalty. Oh. And then there's a barrier across in front of the all the time events. There's a barrier, and if they leave, because the animal, the calf or the steer always gets the head start. So if they leave before the barrier breaks, then they get a 10-second penalty. So it's a really tedious thing, and it comes down to hundredths of a second, like in the barrel racing. It comes down to the hundredths of a second of who wins.
And the crazy thing is a lot of people don't realize that all these events came from back in the day where they were doctoring calves, doctoring steers, all that stuff. So, you get a lot of people that don't agree with it, just, for their own opinions and stuff. But these are events that were significant to the survival of a lot of people back in the day. If these calves and animals didn't get doctored, then
And
But
when you
most
got
of those people wouldn't eat that year.
Ah.
So
and when you got cattle out in
yeah,
500 acres and you've got one that's sick, you can't just drive it to the barn. It's like be a half 2 mile to the barn, so you can't drive. You just got to catch it and rope it. So every event we do it today. You know, we take care of a bunch of cattle on the S&T farms and on the Glenraven farm also. So on a regular basis, we're doing other than the steer wrestling. I don't jump off on them, but the calf roping, the heading and heeling, we do that on a regular basis.
These are all practical skills, really.
Oh yes, absolutely,
100%.
Yeah,
And I
it's
don't know
just their time into rodeo.
I don't know if you talked about the breakaway. My wife would be upset. if we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
talk
right,
about
right.
the Breakaway. She's a really good breakaway roper. But the breakaway is very similar to the calf roping. But all they have to do is rope the calf, and it's got to be a bell collar catch around the neck, which just means just right around the neck. It can't have a leg go through the hoop or anything like that. And then it just breaks away from their saddle with the flag bandana off their rope, and that's their time. So it's going to be a whole lot quicker than the actual calf roping because they don't have to get down, flank the calf, and tie them. As soon as they rope it, it breaks off from the saddle. That's what he was saying. Kyla Matthews is one of the best in the world right now over the last couple of years, and I think she set the arena record at the finals at 1.7 or 1.9 last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, 1.9 seconds.
Wow.
Just think how quick that is. And she got out of the barrier, out of the roping box, cleared the barrier, roped the calf, and it broke away from the saddle in 1.9 seconds.
Wow. Well, now where did she get that title? Was that here or somewhere
No,
else?
in Guthrie, Oklahoma,
Yeah, from-
at the finals.
From
at the
the
finals.
yeah,
Yeah.
from the rodeo association that this
Okay.
rodeo is affiliated
That
with.
is awesome.
And the breakaway roping it has just been a sanctioned event in the professional rodeo league 5 or 6 years now is all, and it's probably the growingest, the biggest sport. I mean, event in rodeo today.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna have the world champion.
Oh
so
yeah,
far here.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
You're gonna have a
Then
few.
There's a guy from Lebanon, Tennessee named Troy Orr, and he's entered in the steer wrestling, and he's like a three-time world champion in the steer wrestling.
Wow.
See, J.W. Erie lives right 3 miles from me in Barren Plains, and he was the world champion in the steer wrestling a few years ago. So lots and lots of good contestants.
Wow. I did not realize we had so many world champions right here in Robertson County.
Oh yeah, I got a cousin named Josh Reed that was the world champion bull rider in 2005.
Wow. All right, Stay Positive News. Are you listening? They love to do stories on positive things. So I think that'd be great for them to do some interviews on all of these world champs.
Yeah, well, we can do that. They just have to do it because they're at other rodeos, so they'll just be here one night. You know, so we don't
Okay.
know. So,
Well, maybe it's something like next year she can plan to schedule those, to meet with all of these people beforehand, just like
sure.
do the interviews and then
Yeah.
they can save them up. Yeah, because I
And-
can't believe that.
Yeah, and then we've got 16-year-old Cheyenne Northall, which she's the daughter of the announcer. They live up in around Knoxville, Tennessee, and they've been here for the last several years, and we've known them little girls since they was kids, and she has won the title of Miss West Point Rodeo Queen, so she's going to be here
Wow.
and carrying the American flag, and then she'll be at Gupton's, the Dodge dealership, at the meet and greet
Oh, wow.
with the monkey.
Very cool. Yeah, I should have asked, who are the other people that are going to be with the monkey?
Yeah, but it'll be a lot of the rodeo personnel. All of us will be there, and then
Oh, okay.
then Cheyenne will be there.
Okay,
and-
so there'll be a lot of
oh
other
yeah,
people.
oh yeah,
Okay.
there'll be a lot of rodeo people there.
So not just the monkey. Okay. That's awesome. Very cool. Well, you've done such a great job in rounding up all these great people.
Yeah, and we couldn't 30 years ago when I first started taking the rodeo over myself. Ken Gupton helped me. He started sponsoring it. He told me he would do it on one condition. This was in '92, and he said he would do it on one condition. And I said, "What's that?" He said, "If you give me first chance at it next year." And I said, "I tell you what I'll do. From this day forward, as long as you want in, you can be the main sponsor, and it won't be another automobile dealership at this rodeo until you want out."
Ah,
And he's been in ever since.
nice.
Yeah,
Very
they're
cool.
good. They're good people. The Guptons are really, really good people.
Right.
They've
right.
helped me so much, it's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, what about the barrel racing?
Well, now the barrel racing, that's just the fastest horse, goes around 3 barrels and fastest time winning. There again, that's a really tough competitive sport because them girls, take so good a care of them horses, and they've got 'em. It's just like a horse race at a racetrack, and they're just turning around barrels.
It's all
And
about horsemanship with
exactly.
them. Yeah.
How many? Do you know about how many barrel racers you have this year?
Oh yeah,
I know there's
50.
Yeah.
50. Okay, I
Easily.
know a couple people in my family. That's their favorite thing.
Yeah,
to watch.
yeah. They got.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a. I don't know the correct number, but I know there's 30 on Saturday night.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know for sure how many is on Friday.
All right, that's all I need to know because that's
Yeah.
where I'm going.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you the best thing about rodeo
Okay.
is the camaraderie from contestants to the personnel, the people putting on rodeos. When you get in the rodeo family, you're in it forever. And there's people that you will meet that live in other states that you become friends with, that you can send your kid off with. I mean, it is a really, really special, and nobody can understand until they get in it. I mean, it is really, I got personal friends that are my daddy's age that I just met back when I was a young bronc just getting on bulls.
Really?
That now, they was in rodeo business then, and now they respect my opinion of a life decision. And so that probably means as much or more to me than anything you can win. Because you don't win that, you earn it. So that's a big deal to me, because the rodeo family is a really, really special thing.
That's awesome. So, what advice do you have? Like if some kids maybe are listening right now and they're like, I think I want to get in this scene. What advice do you have to kids right now?
I'd say the biggest thing I tell everyone is find a school. Find a school. It's just like anything in sports, right? You send kids to go learn. They go to a camp. They go do this. They learn the fundamentals. I mean, this is a sport that you don't really play with. It's not going out there and hitting a baseball, throwing a football. It's going out there and putting your life on the line every time. And it's not just the bull riding. That's bronc riding. There's been fatal accidents in the bareback riding. I mean, there's more horse accidents than bull accidents, right? It's crazy. So if they don't understand the fundamentals of it and you're just going out there and doing it, that's tough, especially in today's world, because how well the stock contractors now have done on breeding the animals. Okay, so the animals are just getting better. It's just a proven fact.
Really?
So the bloodlines are just getting stronger and stronger. So if they don't understand the fundamentals and they don't know what they're actually doing, and they get on there on something too powerful too soon, that's why we're not going to probably have a lot of bull riders in a few years, because they're getting on stuff too powerful for them and they're not starting off the right way. So my biggest thing is go to a school, get on the right stock that fits you, and be okay with that. I mean, the peer pressures, it's a heck of a drug, man. That people say, hey, why don't you just go do this? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, you can learn so much more on something that's lower caliber than getting on something that you're not going to learn anything, and just to say, oh man, I got on that really good bull,
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
and another thing, one thing he is talking about is there's a lot of things in rodeo and any sport that you can't be taught. You just got to know. But the fundamentals is something that you can be taught. So what you do when you get an older, experienced guy that's been up and down the road, that's learned from the hard knocks, so they can just speed your process up when you're young by learning the fundamentals. It ain't no different than a basketball player shooting a free throw. If he's shooting it wrong and he does it 100 times a day, he's just getting better at doing it wrong. But if you get a good coach to say, hey, let me show you how to hold this, and he corrects the way he's standing, the way he's letting the ball go, then he's going to get better at it. But if he don't have somebody explaining that to him, he's just going to get better at doing it wrong. So it's the same thing with riding a bull, roping a steer, or anything. So if you got a good school, because all the schools that are put on by ex contestants in that event that has done it, and they probably retired from it, or maybe still doing it. But they are experienced and veterans, and so they can teach a younger guy the fundamentals a lot better than they can just learn it on their own. They can speed the process up a lot.
Go ahead.
I'll say one thing is that you've got to love it, right? You can't just do it because your parents want you to do it, or your friends want you to do it. You've got to love doing this sport. Like we said, it's there is stuff that happens in this sport. So you've got to want to do it. And if your heart's not in it, and like you said, it's 110% mentally, you've got to be all there every time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not there, then that's when the stuff goes wrong.
Mm-hmm. I have a question. Are there any particular schools that kind of stand out for like, oh yeah, these are the top couple ones?
The main ones that I see, they can go online and look up Lyle Sankey rodeo schools,
Mm-hmm.
and he's probably the best one that I know. But
Where is that?
he's all over the world. He's from out west somewhere, originally where he lives,
Yeah,
but
he goes
he
everywhere.
comes to Somerville, Georgia. He comes to Franklin. He goes to a lot of places and puts on a 3-day clinic. And
Oh, okay.
and so he's got a web page. He's got all that on the computer and stuff like that. And he's who I recommend people
Okay,
to.
all right.
But now sometimes we do bull riding clinics and bullfighting clinics
Oh.
at my house.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to plan on doing more of them in the future because I've got arena and bucking shoots and everything set up at my house. So
Nice.
we can. That's our plan is to have a few in the future to teach the young because I take stock to a lot of Kentucky high school rodeos, and so if you can get the high school kids involved, as they get older and get them instead of just letting them come to the rodeo and enter and get on, they can kind of learn from
Mhm.
somebody like me in Dakota that's been there and done it and kind of teach them. And they might not want to do it, and that might be a good thing. Somebody really thinks they want to do it, then they come and get on a bull, and they get the air knocked out of them. They might not really want to do it as bad as they think.
Mhm.
So it ain't no different being a football player.
Yeah.
You bust through the line and a linebacker knocks you on your hind end. You might get up and think you don't want to run the ball next time. But
Mhm.
it's the same way with time. Anything in rodeo.
Okay. So if people want to get a hold of you for like one of these clinics, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can just look. We've got a Rafter M rodeo. You have to. I don't know.
Yeah, Rafter and Rodeo Company on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've got a Facebook page, and that's one of the main pages that's been sharing the rodeo and
Oh,
everything
okay, yeah.
online. So
I'll share that too.
yeah, you just got to make sure it's the one in
Springfield.
because there is
Springfield,
another Rafter
Tennessee.
M. Yeah, there is another Rafter M up in Ohio, I believe.
Yeah.
But good people. Good
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So, but yes, that's the way quickest way too. They can send a message
Yeah.
and do that. So
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, I know we are all very excited. So again, it is this coming Friday and Saturday, July 26th and 27th. And also, you can go meet a lot of the stars as well. Are both of you going to be there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm 12 to 2 over at the
Oh, yeah.
at the
Oh, yeah.
station. Okay, so you
Yes,
can also
ma'am.
meet them, Dennis and Dakota, and that's going to be over at Gupton Motors, 12 to 2 on Saturday. But y'all are going to want to go to this rodeo, and so much. And it's only $20 for adults, 15 for kids that are 4 to 10. Children under 3 are free. Wow.
3 and under.
Oh, okay. 3 and under are free.
Under
okay.
4, yeah.
Great. And you can get advance tickets at Gupton Motors, Riley's Country Charm Market, Countryside Outdoor Power and Equipment Endorse Milling. Oh, that's where. Okay.
Yep.
Great. And so again, Robertson County Fairgrounds, I know there's some new people to town, so I'm going to give you the address, 4635 Highway 41 in Springfield, Tennessee. And so we're so excited that the rodeo's in town. So get your hats on and get on down there and have a great time.
and don't forget on Saturday the concert. Your ticket to the rodeo is into the concert, so
Okay.
there's no extra.
How long do you
cost.
think that they're going to play? Do you know?
That I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know.
Well, that'll be
till
fun.
everyone leaves.
Yeah, they can come and they can line dance a little bit.
Get
That's
out.
what they wanna do.
Get out there and do it.
I've been
Yeah.
teaching country line dancing, so I might tell some of my friends come on by. But now that I know that there's music, that's awesome.
It'll be a good time. They put on a good show. They normally play down at Fox and Hollow and Puckett's down in Leapers Fork area, and they were just playing over at Honky Tonk Central for a big NASCAR event. So they can put on a show. So.
Awesome. Very cool. I'm really excited. Thank you
Yeah.
guys so much for coming in. And is there anything else before we let you guys go?
Just make sure you get there early and bring your kids because there's a big steer, big longhorn steer. I can't think of his name. They bring and you can get your picture made on the steer.
Really?
There's pony rides for the kids. And so
Oh.
then there's a mechanical bull.
Oh yeah.
So there's all kind of things out in the midway that they can.
Okay. And so those all start at 6?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
So they could come in at 6
come
and
in,
do
yeah.
all those other activities.
And
while
it
you-
does get packed. So I advise you the earlier you can get there, the better.
All right, great. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
thank
I'll
you.
see you there.
All righty.
All right, we've had Dakota and Dennis in from the rodeo, and we hope you guys will all go out there. We're going to be making a switch right here, bringing in our next guest from Critter Fixers. In the meantime, let's go ahead and hear from one of our favorite sponsors here on the Go Show. We have got Ridgetop Mower.
Ridgetop Mower provides lawnmower repair, parts and service, pickup and delivery, and free equipment removal. Open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, 8 to 12 on Saturday. Ridgetop Mower is located at 1101 Matthew Street in the heart of Springfield. Call Gary at Ridgetop Mower, 615-855-0044. That's 615-855-0044. And be sure to tell him Lee Marie sent you.
We're back in studio. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad you made it. All right, we have Chantel Gonzalez here from Critter Fixers. And let me get the right camera on her. There we go. There's both of us. We just had the rodeo folks here, and so I'm going to put that sign right there in case anybody needs more information. We have Chantel here because there's something very important coming up in our county, and I believe it's this Thursday, right?
Yes, it's tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, right?
Oh my gosh, tomorrow. All right.
Tomorrow evening.
So, Chantel, some people are new here. They don't even know what Critter Fixers is. So, I'm going to have you first go ahead and tell them about that.
Sure. So Critter Fixers was started back in 2018, and we provide affordable access to spay and neuter services. So a lot of people don't know it. Our local vets. Now, we love our local vets, but it costs about $300 to $500 to spay or neuter a cat or dog there. So I've been working on opening up an affordable clinic that won't do anything except for spay and neuter services. At these clinics, they charge an average of $60 to $70. So it's a big difference when it comes to being able to afford it and keeping unwanted litters out of our animal shelters. So that's what we've been working towards.
And so you have an opportunity, I heard, over at the Hats building, which I love my Hats people, and that is a great location.
It is.
So you have an opportunity to put in a clinic over there, but there is a hurdle that you need
There is.
everybody in the community to help with, right?
There's a little zoning hurdle. It is zoned Ag 2, the agricultural zone. So we have to have a special exception permit. It's not a huge deal if you've ever looked at the zoning paperwork. It's this giant Excel spreadsheet, and it lists every business in the world that you could think of opening, and it tells you what zone you have to be in. So they have veterinary services listed as a commercial zone, which would put us in a strip mall or something like that, which is really not the type of location that we need, because for these clinics, kind of everybody arrives at the same time and everybody picks up at the same time. So you've got a lot of people and then you have nothing. So I can't imagine if we were like at the strip mall where the Goodwill is or something like that, and somebody's, a line of 40 animals out there. It just wouldn't work. It's way too busy. So we really need to be in an agricultural zone. So we went on and we applied for the permit. But it's funny how we got here, because we've actually called zoning multiple times. I've done it myself. I've spoke to them probably a half a dozen times. Every time we found a possible location, we would call with the address and they would look up the zone and tell us yes or no. So we've actually been told for months that we could only be in an Ag 2 zone. So the moment that I saw the sign out at Hats, because I live just down the street and I pass by it every day. So as soon as they put that sign out and it said on the big for rent sign, zoned Ag 2,
You were so excited.
I made a U-turn and I called, and then we called again with the address and we're told once again, Ag 2 is correct, we're good to go. But then Hats did their due diligence and they called, because obviously you're not going to want to rent to somebody and have it be in the wrong zone. And they talked to somebody different than we've been talking to for months. And they said, no, wrong, we've been given the wrong information for all this time. And we could go there, but with a special exception permit.
Oh.
And the thing is, spay and neuter clinics are kind of a new concept, like within the last 20 years or so. And when our zoning rules were made, they didn't even exist. So they really didn't know where to put us. And the funny thing is, if we were opening up a clinic for livestock, we wouldn't need this permit. Because you can have a veterinary clinic for livestock in an Ag 2 zone, but cats and dogs require a special permit.
Interesting.
So, which I kind of find that so weird because cats and dogs are such a huge part of farm life.
Right.
I mean, we've got all these herding dogs, and these cats are working hard to keep the mice out of the feed and all this stuff. So that kind of blows my mind that it's zoned that way anyways. But the building itself is perfect. Like the location is perfect. It needs minimal renovation, which has been something I myself have been scared of because we've looked at so many buildings that needed like a full reno, and I don't know how to do that, and so that was a little scary to me. So, like, this building is almost move-in ready. It has every single thing that we need, and it'll be absolutely perfect. But our board had to come together, and we had to pray about it because, I mean, we're all on donations, and this permit to apply was not cheap. It's $530, and you got to look. Our average donation is $20 from somebody, so that's like 26 people that have given money to us and trusted us to do something good with this money. So we had to decide, do we even want to try to get the permit, or do we just want to, maybe we do have to be in commercial. So we had to think about it, and we just thought, you know what, the location's perfect. We love it. So we're going to try.
Okay. So the meeting is this Thursday, and where is that located?
It is at 6 p.m. at the General Sessions Court, which is if you go and renew your tags, where the drive-through is there. It's kind of between the drive-through and the jail.
Okay.
There's a little door. You go upstairs, and that's
okay. So
where
it's
the zoning
upstairs.
meeting
Okay.
is, yeah.
All right. And so public is invited to come.
Yeah, it's
and
always
to
a
be
public meeting.
to be supportive of you guys. Is there anything else that you need them to do? Like, do you need them to sign something or?
No, actually, before we did, to get these permits, you just kind of have to prove that you're not going to be a nuisance to the other neighbors.
Okay.
So I've already gone around to all of the neighbors and got their signatures. I submitted that with the permit. It's all businesses around there. So it's important to note that 431 North is primarily residential, but where Hats is, it's pretty much all businesses. So there's like 3 homes there that we had to go and actually talk to the people, but everyone was all for it. So we've already got signatures of that. And then the other thing to get the permit is you have to prove that you're not going to have traffic issues. And if you've ever been out to the Hats building, it is a huge parking lot, and we plan on doing curbside drop-off, and we have measured the parking lot. It is actually wide enough for 5 lanes.
Wow.
We only need 2 of them, but we would just have people line up and then come around and make their, drop off their animal, do their little U-turn and leave. So it should not be an issue backing up into 431 or anything like that. It's just a perfect location.
Well, yeah, and the fact that the building is so ready for you and it has everything you want, I think it's a God thing.
Yeah.
Because when something is that perfect, so I really think God's on your side. And I know I'm very familiar with what you guys are doing, and it is such a needed service.
It is.
I mean, constantly on Facebook, you see people that have, we had this unexpected pregnancy. We have all these kittens or, all these puppies, and so you guys, you don't want them to be going to shelters and, terrible things happening. And so this is so preventative. And I really see it as just a win-win all the way around.
It is. Since 2018, I think with our July numbers counted in, we've hit about 1,800 animals that we've been able to help.
Wow.
But with this clinic going, we would do about 7,000 a year. So, I mean, it's just, the difference is huge. And there's so many places. I mean, there's 95 counties in Tennessee, and I can't remember exactly how many, but there's under 25 clinics.
Oh, wow.
So the need is great everywhere. It's not just in Robertson County.
Right. And I know that our clinics here, our shelters here, they're constantly at max capacity. You see that all the time, saying, come save these guys before,
Yeah.
So we definitely need it here, and I see that as a great solution. We have to do a commercial break right now because it's already almost 10 till. I can't believe that. But we're going to hear a little bit more from Chantel about how we can help make this happen. In the meantime, let's go ahead and hear from Southside Drug.
Nothing can compare to the down-home customer service that you receive from a small-town, family-run drugstore like Southside Drug Company. Stop in and talk with the friendly staff. They've been specializing in hometown customer service for over 100 years. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit SouthsideDrugCo.com. Be sure to tell them Lee Marie sent you.
All right, we are back in studio with Chantel Gonzalez from Critter Fixers. And you guys, we need to help them out. This is an amazing organization. They are all volunteers. And I know you do such an amazing job, just 24/7. So we need people to come out. Do letters ahead of time help to the zoning committee or emails or anything like that, do you think?
I don't know. I really don't know, and I have no idea who's on the zoning board, so
Okay.
it'll be a surprise for me.
Okay, because we might want to look
tomorrow
into
night.
that. I know maybe we should contact Gina Head-Heber. You know, Gina, she is a county commissioner. She's a wonderful lady, and I know she saw the post, and she said, I'm going to shoot an email off because I don't know if I can make it, but I want them to know that I'm 100% behind this. So she'd probably be a good one to reach out to find out what else, because she's probably a little more familiar with the process.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And it's important to note that right now we're all volunteers because we are just kind of setting up appointments at other clinics in other counties. But when this clinic is open, like we'll be fully sustainable with the clinic funds, the surgery funds coming in.
Oh, okay.
I mean, our vet will be paid, our vet will be compensated. We are always watching what the salaries are. So our vet will be making the same as a vet in Nashville would be making. All of our staff will be paid. So we'll be completely sustainable once we get open. So then we won't be volunteers anymore, and we can help so many other people.
That is so exciting. And in the meantime, if people want to donate in ways like, what are your greatest needs? I mean, obviously money is always helpful because then you can spend it any way you want. But are there, anything in particular, any supplies that can always be dropped off?
Money is always needed. So we do have a big donate button on our website. That's spayrobertson.org.
SpayRobertson.org?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the website.
But a really easy thing to do is hook us to your Kroger card.
Oh.
You can sign up and put us on your Kroger card, and every single time that you go shopping, they donate a little bit to us. We get a check every 3 months. So our last check, we had 78 families signed up, and we got around $400.
Oh, that's great.
It's not a huge amount, but like some of the bigger places, like the Big Fluffy Dog Rescue and the Senior Dog Rescue, Old Friends, that's the name of it. I mean, they get like $7,000 every few months from Kroger. If
we're going to spread the word on this.
Yeah, if we had that many people signed up, that would virtually pay our rent for the entire year if we were getting checks like that.
Do you have like a flyer about how people do that?
It's super simple. So most people have the Kroger app because, you get your coupons and everything
Digital
like
coupons,
that. Yeah. So when you open up your Kroger app, up at the top, there's those 3 little lines, which is your menu. So you just hit that, and then it says rewards and then community rewards. And you pick somebody and you just put in Critter Fixers and you'll see us. And once you do it, we're set forever. And it even prints out on the bottom of your receipt that they have donated to Critter Fixers for you.
So, and then if we're already signed up for something else, we can easily change to Critter Fixers? Yeah. Okay.
You can change it. And then Walmart has a Roundup program, and it's only good when you order online. So if you use Walmart Pickup or you have it delivered to your house, you can sign up and list us on that too. And what that does is it just rounds up the change.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes it's 2 cents, 20 cents, whatever it is, but we get a check from them too. So there are little ways that's really not even affecting your pocketbook that you can donate money to us.
Okay. Well, I think we should make up a flyer that has both of those on there, and I can put them out in my dance studio. So when people come in, I just hand it to them, because it's a lot easier to hand people things than explain it.
Yeah.
And maybe we can stand outside Kroger too, and they're walking out and say,
I mean, there's over 70,000 people in Robertson County.
Yeah, we need to get more of them.
Yeah, if there was a lot of people signed up, I mean, it makes a really big difference.
Yeah, awesome. That's a great idea. I love that. Okay, so tomorrow night.
Yes.
Tomorrow night at 7?
6.
6. Tomorrow night at 6 is the rezoning meeting. congratulations, you did it party, right?
We hope. It's kind of a surreal moment because we've been working so hard, and it's like, are we ever going to get there?
Okay.
And so if it's a yes tomorrow night, it's like, okay, now we have a whole new chapter starting.
So as soon as it goes yes, I want you to go live on Facebook so we can all join in the victory party for those of us that can't make it. 'Cause I have a dance lesson to teach, so I can't be
And
there.
we're so excited that hats is where we may end up, just because it's another nonprofit. So our rent money won't be going, just to pad somebody else's checkbook. It'll actually be going to support their program.
Oh, that's awesome. And Hats is, I've worked there. My husband has. My mother-in-law still works there, and such an amazing, wonderful group of people. And so that's awesome because I know they've had vacant space since COVID.
Yeah.
And they never, brought anybody else in. So
Well, they used to have a day program there, and they don't do their day program anymore. So that's big. The building's really big. It used to actually be a school, is what I was told, like back in the 50s or something. It was a school. So it's a large building, and they now only have 4 employees there. But they own the building, and, they want to keep the building, but it's huge.
right.
So, I mean, they
That's
don't need
awesome.
it all.
Awesome. So if people in the meantime, before you get that, if people do want to take advantage of your program, say they have, spaying needs, how do they do that?
You just call us 615-389-4399. You always get a voicemail because we are all volunteer, but you just leave your information on the voicemail and we put you on our wait list. And when we have an appointment, we call you and we get you scheduled. You can also check out our website because there are some full service vets that are located in Russellville, Kentucky that have incredible pricing on spay and neuter compared to some of our local ones. Like male cats are only $50 up in Russellville, which is wonderful. And there's also a vet in Rivergate that charges $75 for cats. Dogs are always more expensive, but there's a lot of information on our website because if you don't want to sit on our wait list for months, because we don't have a ton of appointments. Right now, we're only getting 6 dog appointments a month.
Wow.
So we're very limited, especially for dogs. We have a little more for cats because we use 2 clinics. But if you can afford to pay a little bit more, check out our website and look for those and get those cats done so we don't have any more litters.
Right. And one more
go
time,
into
what
the
is
shelter.
the website and the phone number?
It is spayrobertson.org.
Okay. And the phone number one more time.
615-389-4399.
Okay, great. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, and then we will be right back.
Oakland Baptist Church welcomes the Milan Hayes family on Friday, July 26 at 7 o'clock p.m. The church is located at 5740 Highway 76 East in Springfield. The Milan Hayes family, Friday night, July 26 at 7 o'clock. There'll be no admission charge. A love offering will be received. And then on Saturday, it's Family Day at Oakland. There'll be a cookout, water slide for the children, and a free backpack giveaway. But register for the backpack giveaway at oaklandbaptist.net. oaklandbaptist.net. The Milan Hayes family on Friday night and Family Day on Saturday from noon until 4 o'clock at Oakland Baptist Church in
Ridgetop
Springfield.
Mower provides lawnmower.
You are invited to the steps of the Robertson County Historic Courthouse in Springfield. All right, we are back in studio, and that was an ad for, there's so much actually going on Friday. If you go to my Facebook page, because normally for the Go Show, I go over a lot of calendar items. But this time I wanted to make sure I got the rodeo folks in and Chantel. So what I've done is I've gone on my Facebook page, which my profile picture is a white circle that says rule number 1 in it in black letters. And then it says put God at the center of everything. That's so that I remember to do that. Anyways, if you go on my Facebook page, you will see that I have put a lot of events on there. So you can just scroll through there to find all the things that are going on, because there are, this is a big weekend in Robertson County. And like I said, there's so many things. Of course, the thing that I want to see everybody at, so make sure you change your schedule and put this on it. This Friday, the Pray for TN event is going on. And if you want more information, there's a website, pray for, and it's the number 4, tn.us. That is the website. But you can also go and search on the on Facebook for just Pray for TN, and you can see, because all 95 counties are participating in this, they're going and doing prayer and repentance at all of the county courthouses or nearby. And this is a resolution that the governor signed here. We're actually making history in Tennessee. Other states have been watching us, and they're like, wow, that is great. So our date in Robertson County is this Friday. So at 11:30, there's going to be some a cappella worship happening around the courthouse. And then at 12 is the official program. And I know that Mayor Ann Schneider will be there, and Schneider Williams, and Mayor Billy Vogel, and the sheriff will be there, Mike, and just a lot of people are coming together in our community to just like I'm gonna read the Bible verse here. 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, will forgive their sin and heal their land. So, this is our instructions, right, guys? And so we are being obedient to that. And I hope that everybody, like I said, I know some of you work, but please take your lunch hour between 11:30 and 12:30 in the downtown square so we can gather as a community and turn our community, our state, and our nation back to God. So I thank you guys in advance for showing up for that. And like I said, go to my Facebook page for some other dates. And then, of course, Chantel is here from Critter Fixers asking for your support and prayers, because that's even more important, actually, is be praying that this zoning decision goes in their favor and that the meeting just goes in their favor, and for every part of this, because it's such a good, worthy cause to get behind. So give them the specifics again on what time and where to meet tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah, so tomorrow, 6 p.m., General Sessions Courtroom, which is kind of between the sheriff's and the jail on Brown Street.
Awesome. Very good. Well, I appreciate all that you do. I know that you've helped many of us in the county, and so awesome. And I'm just so thankful that you're here and going to bat for our fur babies out there.
We hope. We hope.
Yes, yes. So be in prayer for that. Help any way you can. If you know people on the zoning committee, pick up a phone right now and say, hey, please, Critter Fixers, we need them desperately in our county. And it's truly a win-win. And, I don't see it at all as a competition for vets here, because, like I had heard someone say, hey, if we can get our cats and our dogs spayed, there'll be more people that will be able to have them. And then they'll be needing to go to the vets for the other services, because you guys don't, do all the other services. So, a lot of people get feral cats showing up. Like I had feral cats showing up. There'd be no way that I could afford to have all three of them, and I couldn't even, get them, catch them. But you guys talked us through it, how to, catch them with the cages and get them over to you. And I'm so thankful for that. And now, actually, I have them in the house. They're they're tame.
So they
and
weren't feral after all.
They aren't now. They were appreciative to get spayed, I guess. But one really funny thing about that is we didn't know. We thought Charger was a boy, and when I
that happens a lot.
Yeah, I called my husband on the way home, and I said, I got all the cats, and I got all the ladies. He goes, what? He says, and I said, well, Charger is a girl, so it's.
That happens a lot. It's kind of hard to tell on a cat.
But anyway, I totally appreciate everything you're doing in the community, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. All right. Y'all been listening to 1100 WSGI. If you missed any part of this program, please, please, please go on to the WSGI app or Facebook page or website and share it. We need to get this out. There's a lot of great news today, and we want to make sure that gets out into the community. So please share it. All right, you have a great day. I will see you Friday over at the courthouse at 11:30. God bless. You've been listening to 1100 WSGI.